Number 13, what was your first custom diamond painting, or what do you want your first custom diamond painting to be of? My first diamond painting was a picture of me and my longtime best friend, Karen. We've known each other since 1980. Our fathers went to the same Bible college, and we moved away while her dad was still going to college. We moved away to Oregon, and he planted his church. And then, because what happened with my parents' marriage, the religion, anyway, the church, he was forced to not have his church anymore just because my parents weren't married anymore. And so Karen's dad, actually, they moved up here, and her dad took over the church. So I actually reconnected with her in junior high, and yeah, we've been friends for a really long time. And she was living up in Montana at the time, and she was down for a visit, and got a picture of the two of us together, and I was going to make it for her for Christmas and send it to her, but I didn't get it done in time. And then she ended up coming down for a visit, and oh no, when she came down, I don't remember now. Oh yeah, they came down for a visit, and they said that they were going to be moving back down. And I'm like, oh, sweet. That means I can just give it to her, and I'll give it to her for her birthday, because her birthday's in February. Well, they ended up staying with us for a little while, because they ended up coming down sooner than they were expecting. And so I worked on that diamond painting with her in the same room with me. And I finally finished it after they moved out, when they got their own place, and I framed it and gave it to her. And she said she had no idea. She knew I was doing something with the diamond thingy because I'd shown her other stuff, but she had no idea what the painting was that I was doing. She had no idea that it was of us, or that could even be done, the custom thing. So she was really happy with it, and it made me feel good to give it to her, because we don't have anything that was frameable for the longevity of our friendship. We haven't had anything like that done. And I put on the back of it, I framed the picture with gold ribbon, bordered it with gold ribbon, and put it on a canvas. And I did it the gold for a reason, because I put on the back, I put make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and one is gold. Just to show her, you know, she's my golden friend. She's the friend I've had the longest. And I cherish our friendship. So I showed her the back first, and she, you know, she thought, oh, that's really sweet. That's nice. She's really nice. And then I turned it around, and she was not expecting that, the picture of us two. It was a really good picture of the two of us too. It's actually my my profile picture for Diamond Painting by Donnie on my Facebook. That's the picture, and I did a review on the store. I actually got the custom done on Wish, because this was before I knew anything about AliExpress and the fact that they're like the capital of diamond paintings. So that did not come off. Alright, so yeah, that was my first diamond painting. My first custom. So, 14, do you have any tattoos or piercings? If not, do you want any? Well, yeah, I've got both. I don't know if any of you have noticed. I do have my ears pierced. But no, I do have my ears pierced, yes, and I also have my tongue pierced. And I've had it pierced for a very long time, since like 2004, 2003, 4, something like that. And I have one tattoo, and don't judge. I had no idea when I got the tattoo that the place I got it on was considered a tramp stamp. I had no idea. So nobody sees it anymore except my husband. Teslin might see it once in a while, but it's just a tribal heart. And that's it. I found it on the internet. And I printed it off and they did it for me. So yeah, that's my piercings and my tattoos. And I don't know if I'd ever get another tattoo. I would like one to go over my heart with my, the birth dates of all my babies. All my, little girls. So, number 15, would you ever do a HAED, Heaven and Earth Design diamond painting? If yes, what would it be? Well, if you did one, any regrets? I'm doing one now, so that basically answers that question. No regrets. I'm really happy that this process was discovered to be able to put the pattern onto the canvas, because it was extremely hard doing a drill with me on this when I had to keep looking at the design to check for where things went. Counting. Some people have to count out loud, and some people can't be interrupted when they're doing it because they lose their place, and that's what was happening with me. You know, because you have to count the spaces sometimes to figure out where they go, and you have to look at the colors and hold your spot. So it's very difficult, and it requires all my concentration to do it without the pattern being on the actual canvas. So I'm no regrets. I think this is gonna be awesome, and I think it's also awesome that I'm sharing every drill placement with all of you, because I have not set one drill down on this piece of canvas without you guys being part of it. And so yeah, no regrets. 16, what is your favorite quote or quotes? My favorite quote, and I don't know why, is "C'est la vie." And it is French, but for those of you who don't know, "C'est la vie" means that's life. You know, I gotta look at things like, you know, things happen. That's life. C'est la vie. Oh well, that's life. And I know some people may be religious. I'm not religious per se, but I do have my beliefs, and one of my favorite sayings is a Bible verse that just says, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." And I think that's just a good thing for anybody to live by, because it makes things more cohesive when people do that. If I want to be treated a certain way, I will treat people that same way. I don't want to be treated with disrespect, so I won't disrespect people. And you know, I'm not some goody two-shoes. I mean, I've had my moments, my years, I should say. I've been through some really dark days in my life, and I'm still learning. I'm still trying to be a better person. I'm still, you know, trying to learn patience and all those other good things that go along with marriage and raising kids. I mean, I've been married to my current husband the longest out of any of my marriages, and I mean, this is my last marriage. I'm not doing it again, and we've been through a lot. And to say that we've been through tough times and good times is the least of that statement, because I mean, we stuck it out through all of it. We're still together, and it's been hard. It's learning how to be an adult, you know, learning how to just get along with a new person. I mean, yeah, we've been married 8 years, but you still learn stuff about them. You know, little things that you didn't know. He's not a big talker, so, I mean, it takes a long time to learn everything about him. So, yeah, still having problems with, you know, my communicating and getting the right type of thing going on with my adult daughters. Just, that, like I said before, that's another story in itself. But hey, wait, what was the question? What was I? Oh, famous quotes. Okay, so that's done. I'm going on a tangent here. Number 17, tell us one thing you love about diamond painting and one thing that irritates you about diamond painting. Okay. One thing that I love about diamond painting is that you're creating something. You take a bunch of these tiny little 2.5 millimeter pieces of plastic and you can make something beautiful. And it's relaxing. I could just sit here and let all my worries go, because when I'm doing this, I think. And basically what I'm doing right now is I'm thinking out loud. I'm talking to you guys, and you know, there's no face to talk back with me, but I know you're there, and it's the same thing as me thinking, because a lot of the times I'll do it with complete silence. And boy, there's a lot of this letter. And when I do that, I think. And a lot of the times what I'm thinking about is what kind of video I could do, or what do I want to do next with my channel, or what would everybody like to see, or I mull over some of the comments that have been made, good and bad. You know, there's not been very many bad, and even the bad ones aren't really bad. They were just constructive. So, and I also love, what I love about diamond painting. It's not really diamond painting itself. It's what has been brought to me through diamond painting. Because I was diamond painting before, you know, for several months before I discovered the community on YouTube and decided to do this channel. And I didn't realize what I was missing out on, because there's so many people in this community that are just wonderful people. And again, I will stress, a couple of the best people that I have met, don't get me wrong, a lot of you that I've talked to are great people. I'm just wanting to put the stress on a couple of the channels, like Stitcherista and I keep wanting to say Entitled Artisan, but that is not it. It's the Abstract Crafter. That's Brandy. She's awesome. She's my diamond painting best friend, and we just clicked. I mean, we hit it off, and we have a lot of the same things in common. I mean, I'm not going to divulge things about her that we have in common, but that's for her to speak about on her own channel. But she is great. We talk every day. Well, we text every day or message every day. We talk that way. We share things with each other. Did you see this most recent post video? You know, did you see what was said? That's awesome. You know, we clicked. It's like, yeah. And Danielle has been just, she has been so awesome to me, and being supportive, because I mean, she's had her channel, I think she said it's been almost 2 years. Yeah, it'll be 2 years this month. And so she, I mean, yeah, she started out as a cross stitch channel, and she still does cross stitch stuff, but now that she's found diamond painting, you know, she's fell in love with it, and she is very experimental. She likes to find ways to make things work, and that's helped me. And just her encouragement and her words and her support have also helped, I mean, immensely. And I think you guys should go check them both out. That's Abstract Crafter and Stitcherista. I'll put the links to their channels down below. So since it's so late in the morning, I'm not going to probably get to editing this until tomorrow. If I forget, please somebody remind me to put the links down below. I pray I don't forget, because I normally watch my video while I'm editing it. No matter how long it is, I watch the whole thing so I can make sure that I've put in links, or I've put in a picture here or there that I said that I would put in. So I shouldn't forget, because that's pretty important. Don't crucify me if I do. Oh, okay, so I want to try and get through these questions before I fall asleep. Oh, I never said what irritates me about diamond painting. Quality of some of the shipments that I've gotten. Okay, and this pen is really starting to hurt my hand. It's too big. I mean, it worked for a while, but let's see, do I have any ink in here? Or ink? Yeah, ink! The new wax. What irritates me? The quality of some of these sellers. Like, they know who they are. They know they're not good. But the people out there don't. And that's one of the reasons why I try to order from different shops, so that I can let you guys know the quality, the pre-drilled quality. Since it takes me a long time to get one diamond painting finished, I haven't really been able to do too many post-drill reviews. But when you get your canvas and your drills and you see so many things wrong with it right from the get-go, that's a bad sign. A lot of the times when you get all good signs from the beginning, you won't know if something is an issue until after you find it, and you've been drilling for a while and you find it, and then you realize that this seller isn't going to help you. I mean, some of them will. Some of them will be like apologetic and they'll make it right. But then there's the ones that will be like, tough. You know, you said you got everything, so you're out of luck there, buddy. But these diamonds, they really should be quality checking the actual diamonds themselves to make sure that they are something that should be sent out. I mean, I worked in a company where we made discs for the inside of hard drives. And part of the process, the last thing that happens before they go out the door, they have an inspection department on one side of the building before the discs are plated, and then there's the polishing side, which they're inspected again after they're polished before they get packed up and sent off to the manufacturing. So I know that when you inspect stuff, you're not having to look at every little tiny one. You pull out like a bag of them, and you do check every single one in that bag to see if there's defects. So I don't know if they just don't have the quality control that we have here, or if they just see it and they don't care. Or because like those squishy beads, that was just frustrating. It's frustrating. And then when you have the oily ones and you don't want to throw them out, because then you're going to have to wait for more to be shipped to you, whether you pay for them yourself or whether you get it from the seller, you're still going to have to wait for them to be, shipped to you. And what happens when you're in the middle of a time-sensitive diamond painting, that you want to get for something you need to get done for the weekend, for a gift? That doesn't work. So you're going to wash them. But you can't wash squishy drills. You have to just deal with it. And that isn't right, having to deal with it. I mean, yeah, a lot of this stuff we get really cheap from China, but that's not the point. We are ordering it from China to get the lower price, and we wait, and we patiently wait for it. And we trust that these sellers are going to give us a quality product and not give us problems when we confront them with the fact that they didn't give us either quality or they didn't give us everything that we paid for. Whether we paid $4 for it or $150 for it. Every person is a customer that will come back and buy more if you are a good seller. And each customer should be treated the same. And because word of mouth is so effective and it is so powerful. One YouTuber on YouTube tells somebody, I don't like this seller because of this, and this, and this, it's gonna spread like wildfire. I mean, take for instance Huacan, okay? My very first impression from them, from my very first few videos I watched, was that they were someone to stay away from because somebody had an issue with them. So I didn't order from them for a long time. And then I started watching somebody else's video, and they were just praising them up and down, and I kept seeing proof and over and over and over again that, they were had a really good experience with them more than one time. So that's when I finally decided I was going to give it a try for myself. So it's the word of one person. It's also my fault for, just listening to one person and not getting other views on it and waiting to see if it was consistent throughout the other people. But, I tend to take one's opinion and take it for what it is and not take that chance because, who wants to wait a month or two for something and then it be something you can't do, This is when I was first starting to order from AliExpress, so I think it worked out fine starting to order when I did, because now I'm able to see it, and then just like the person that I saw that had many good experiences with Huacan, that now I am having good experiences with Huacan pre-drill, mind you. I have still not done a Huacan, and I'm gonna probably do a couple of small ones in between this after I do my one in the living room, because I don't want to have more than 4 paintings going at one time, and that's what I have going on right now. So yeah, it's just the quality control of these sellers on AliExpress is my one thing that irritates me about diamond painting. And also that I just can't stop buying. It irritates me, but it doesn't. It irritates me because, well, I don't have anything better to spend, you know, our fun money on. But I'm just afraid that it's going to get to the point where I'm ordering so much that I'll never be able to do them. And I'm going to see something I want and I won't be able to get it because I won't have any money because I spent it all on other diamond paintings. I've just got to control my spending. Because, I mean, I'm not buying real expensive ones a lot of the time. And I just feel like I need to constantly be having one on the way. And I was getting to the point where all my diamond paintings were almost all here. So I thought that I really needed to get some in the processing of coming. Yeah, so I did. Yeah, over and over and over again. I'm just checking to see, make sure I got all this symbol. Nope, I got one right there. That's what I use my iPad for over here, is to double check where they should be filled in. Because it's just so surprising to me how a symbol can be staring you in the face and you miss it. And you've scanned your eye over it many, many, many times, but you're just blind to it. It's there, but it's not. Okay, that symbol's done. I am going to pause again, stretch my neck, and come back and see if I can... I'll get a couple more questions done. I don't think I'm going to be able to get them all because there's still quite a few left to go. I'll be right back.